Hello, welcome to my channel, Motivated and Inspired. This is Mimi Faith, and I receive a comment from Target Beats, and he says, you have a similar business model to mine. Do tell your experience also with Ghanaian workers, because I know that is really shitty. So this comment was made on one of the videos I made titled How I Failed in Spa Business in Ghana is Legon. So if you haven't watched that video, you have to go and watch it because it has got a lot of info. So Target Beat, this video is dedicated to you. I made up my mind not to talk only about workers in Ghana because of my experience in Spain. And so I'm just going to put everything under one umbrella, comparing the labor force in Ghana versus labor force in Spain. So to start with, I would love to talk about the unemployment rate in both countries. So by Google, unemployment rate in Ghana is rated 7.30% of the total labor force in Ghana, compared to Spain, which is rating 15.8, as in today, 15.8%. Now, my experience in both countries, it was terrible in Ghana and is more terrible in Spain. The unemployment level is just increasing every day, day in, day out. So bear this in mind. That brings me to point 2, cheap labor. I experienced cheap labor in Ghana and in Spain as well. But most of all, it's more shocking in Spain. Why? Because Spain is considered to be a developed country when you're comparing it to Ghana. So I expected more of them. However, when I got here, it was a big shock. In Spain, what cheap labor means is hiring lesser people for greater amount of work or responsibility. However, your social security is going to be paid, all right? And that means that when you are out of job, the government can support you by paying a percentage of your previous salary. We will dive into that point, but let's stay here about cheap labor, okay? And what cheap labor means in Ghana is you might be hired without a contract, which means that your social security will not be paid, and well, you have no support, nothing. So you're just working and gaining at the moment that you have the work and at the moment that you are earning salary. That's it for you. So in two ways, in the two situations, I would definitely choose that of Spain, even though it was shocking. It's shocking because too much was expected of Spain, or too much is expected of Western countries. When you are in Africa, you think that it's all heaven here until you get here and you realize that it's not all that is being said on the television or in the media. That's true. There's a lot of shit going on in so many countries that is not being told, and these countries are all underdeveloped countries. So take note of that. Now that brings me to point 3. As I mentioned in point 2, you are supported by the government when you are out of work. So you have a kind of benefit that the government pays to you when you lose your job. But you must be eligible. Eligibility means that you must work at least for 6 months continuously. 6 months continuously. So at least 6 months continuously. When you lose your work, you lose your job, you can be supported by the government. They will give you, I think, 80% in some cases, or 70% in some cases. It varies. It depends on what you are doing. I am not particularly sure about freelance. Even though I was a freelance, but I never went to the government for help. because I felt like, okay, I could survive even when my business wasn't flourishing. I could survive, so let me just leave the national cake for those who cannot survive. So it wasn't really clear even when I spoke to my accountant, but there is some sort of support for a freelance if you are out of business or you close your business. In Ghana, forget it. You are either supported by your savings, your families, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends. Like, government doesn't give about you when you're out of work. Seriously, there is no kind of unemployment benefit. Please leave a comment below if you're Ghanaian, or even if you know you're not a Ghanaian but you know that this does exist. Please educate me, share that knowledge with me, because I do not know it. There is no kind of benefit. If you're out of work, you're out of work. So yeah. Then the most amazing thing that I love so much about Spain brings me to point 4 is that they have this government organizational body for workforce. So this office defends the employee. If you have any problem with your company or your employer, or something is not going on right, or you have been laid off wrongfully, you can go to that office and they will fight for you, right? It's filled with lawyers who are available for free to help you. And I am a living witness to that. One of my friends, she was laid off work when she was pregnant. She was pregnant and the company realized, oh, she's going to take maternity leave and other days off, and so it will be more wise to lay her off and hire someone else to do that job. Because what happens is, once you're on maternity leave, they still pay you, but the job still needs to be done, so they hire another person. It means that you're going to be paying double. Most of the companies in Spain are extremely wise. They read the law very well. They make their lawyers draft contracts that actually hook your neck to the work, that like the moment they do something fishy and you call them out, they flash the contract in front of you and say, look, this was in the contract, you read it, and you appended your signature. So you have to really be smart when you are signing the contract, and the contracts are always written in Spanish or in Catalan if you live in Barcelona. So if you don't have really strong understanding and knowledge about Spanish, you need somebody who has, a very fair understanding of the language before you append your signature to it. However, you have this body, this organizational body by the government that does protect you, and that's really, really love it. Something that I don't know if it exists in Ghana, because I didn't experience it whilst I was in Ghana, and I tried to find it online. I didn't get anything, but maybe there is something like that. So I would like to also talk about the times. In Spain, most companies and offices open from 9 a.m. However, there are other businesses that open 8:30 or 10 a.m. But on the most note, it's 9 a.m. Whereas in Ghana, life begins very early. So some companies, some businesses even open at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I know some business entities that open as early as 6 a.m. Like, life begins in Ghana very, very early compared to Spain. And that's because here also they have nightlife more than in Ghana. Imagine in Spain, dinner starts at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is a general dinner time. So imagine when you're going to go to bed and when you're going to wake up and go to work. That's the reason. But one amazing, fantastic, and shocking revelation in the business hours or labor hours in Spain is that between the hours of 2 p.m. in the afternoon to 5 p.m., most shops are closed. Yeah, from 2 to 5 p.m. They are closed because it's siesta time. We're gonna sleep. Yeah, which is good, which is really good. It allows you to take a break, allows parents to go to the school, pick up their kids for lunch, and then they return back to school because most school close at 5. And also you could go to the gym if you want. Like, you have time to do other personal stuff if you want. And then they return back to the office from 5 to 8:30 p.m. or 5 to 9 p.m. in the night. So it has its merits and not, but this is not with all the company, but majority of them, most of them, this is it. So between the hours of 2 to 5 p.m. the country is quiet because everybody is eating, is enjoying lunch and sleeping or doing something by themselves. All right. And in Ghana it begins very early, 8 to 5 or 8 to 8. I worked 8 to 8 when I was working as a therapist. I start working at 8 a.m. and I close at 8 p.m. and my boss could even call me for extra work. Now that brings me to this point 6. So in Ghana, right, in most of the cases, these are different cases, bear in mind, okay? If you have a contract, it's a different thing. But I can tell you, majority, okay, not the minority, majority of the cases are employees who do not have contracts, okay? So they are working, they are paid salary, but they don't have contracts, so they don't have a lot of rights, which means that social security is not being paid for them. It's mostly government workers and big companies that really have that kind of benefits, or who are going according to the law. Now mind you, I left Ghana 6 years ago, so things might have changed drastically. Things are changing, but I might not know of everything that has changed. But if you work extra hours, by my experience, if you work extra hours in Ghana, you're not being paid, and you do not have the right to even say, I can deduct the hours that I overwork from the previous day. No, it's free. So you come to work the next day, do your normal hours or more, and go. You never do less. But in Spain, in some companies, they take advantage of you in Spain as well. Mind you, they are all these two countries are practicing cheap labor, okay? So they take advantage of the workers. So if you overwork in Spain, in some companies, by their rules and the contract, you will be paid extra. In some companies, you will not. However, you can start working late the next day. All right, so you can deduct those hours that you overworked previously from the next day, but you can't just do it. You can't just wake up and call work and like, I'm not coming to work because I overworked. Yes, no, you have to leave a note or tell your boss, because I overworked today, tomorrow I will not, and they have to agree. This is all in the contract, right? And in some cases also, if you work on holiday, you are not, in some cases, but this is the law. If you work on holiday in Spain, you are being paid for working, then you are being paid for working on a holiday, and then you can take that day off. So it's like, okay, I want to work on a holiday, because they value holidays here a lot. They value it. So if you work on holiday, you'll be paid for working, you'll be paid extra for working on a holiday, and then you take that holiday off on another day. All right. So as spa business, you have a lot of clients and a lot of business and a lot of clients coming in on holidays and weekends. So this works for spa business or hotel business in most cases. And in Ghana, I was working holidays. Who cares? I was even expected to come to work at Christmas. I'm like, you're joking? I'm not. You can kick me out. And that's how I lost my last job in Ghana. Okay, so from there I started working on my own. Then the most important thing that I love so much about Spain is that once you're a legal worker, bound by contracts, you have free access to public healthcare, which is one of the best in Europe. Okay, Spanish healthcare is everything you want. One of a lady I met recently was telling me Italian healthcare is also great as a work. It's super good. I give it up for Spain like every day. It's super good. You have free healthcare and it's not a hassle issue, unlike in Ghana. Okay, I never had any health insurance in Ghana because in most cases it doesn't work. You have to go through a lot of stress to even register yourself and have your card. And when you go to the hospital, they are good experience. They are amazing workers in the hospital doing well, but in other cases they are not doing well and there is no system to check them well. So I would rather hustle, work hard, save money. When I'm ill and I need a medical attention, I will go to the private hospital, which is what I've been doing all the time. Spanish health system is good. However, you need patience to be booking appointments and all of that. Sometimes it takes forever, but the system is there. And when you are actually sick in cases that you really need healthcare, they are there. They never let you die. They're going to be there. They're going to do everything they can do to save you, invest so much into you to save you. This is it. So once you're a worker and you have a contract, well, you have free healthcare, which is great, and that is not in Ghana. So that brings me to the most important point, the more reason why I'm making this video. So target bit, this is for you. Workers' attitude in Ghana and in Spain. I need a glass of water. Like, I can talk about this the whole day, okay, but we don't want me to talk about it the whole day. So let me just go straight to the most important point. But if you ask me, in both countries it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I have actually learned a lot by coming to Spain. I stopped thinking and expecting more of other race or other countries compared to my race or compared to my country. I just realized that it's just a bunch of stupid human beings every part of the world, on every surface of this earth. Like workers in Ghana, some of them, not all of them, definitely not all of them. The same thing in Spain, not all of them. Very lame, very lame people who don't appreciate. Some of them don't appreciate the fact that they have work, and especially if the company is good. This has got to do with even government workers in Ghana. They are terrible compared to government workers in Spain. They don't have any relationship. Okay, every day, anytime, I would choose Spanish government workers over Ghanaian government workers. Okay, you go to the Spanish government workers as a foreigner, I'm being attended to, I feel respected. Okay, I feel treated like a human being. I'm not treated based on how I look, my accents, my race, most importantly, or the fact that, no, I'm just treated like I should be. And sometimes they even show more sympathy compared to when I was in Ghana. Like, it's terrific, terrible. It's terrible dealing with government workers in Ghana, and then dealing with workers in private sector, or even people working for themselves. There is a level of laziness. Like, people are not really committed. I don't know, like they are lazy. Sometimes you go to government workers and they have television on and they are watching television, or they are on phone receiving call, and then you, the client, you're there, you need a service, you need somebody to attend to you, and then the receptionist or the accountant or whoever is supposed to attend to you is busy doing their own thing. You can't even report them. In Spain, you can report like any company or business if you are not well attended to. And also, thanks to technology in today's world, you can just put your review on Google and it brings their businesses down. And that's the thing, like most people I know here, they will go on Google when they want to do anything with a business. The first thing they will do is they'll go to the website, go to Google and Google the company and see the reviews that other people have. So if you have bad reviews, it does affect your business. And so yeah, they are lame here as well, but the attitude is much better compared to that in Ghana. Like we have to change our attitude. It's just the mentality and the attitude that we have to change in our country to make it a better country. Nothing, there's no magic anywhere going to happen. It can be really, really shitty comparing myself as a worker with my colleagues and then as an employer with employees. Sometimes it feels like they are doing you a favor. No, you're not doing me a favor as an employee, and I'm not doing you a favor as an employer. We are helping ourselves, both of us. Okay, without you, my business doesn't go on, and without me, you cannot put food on your table. So we have to understand, get this basic understanding. And I mean, in Spain they also have to understand that, because sometimes they treat workers like piece of shit. The conditions that are being put in place by some companies, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, how can human beings be this stupid? I can't think of it. Anyway, okay, I'll stop ranting here, right? One thing that is very important for me as a worker and as an employee is growth. I want to see workers growing. Like, I want to see my workers, if I'm a boss or I own a business, I want to see my employees growing, improving in their skills, and to the extent that it even affects their personal life. I want to see them improving. Now, I don't even mind if they grow, they improve, leave my company and go and make the best out of themselves. I feel very proud that I have inspired someone, I've touched someone's life, that they are doing great for themselves, because I know that whatever becomes of them does affect other people around them. So I will be happy. So for me, it's very important. However, that hasn't been the situation for me when I was in Ghana, and then in Spain as well. It's not. I work in companies that there is no kind of training. You are just interviewed, you do different kind of interviews, and they assess you technically, see your skills, and after that, boom, you start working. But no, even though I'm a therapist and I might know A, B, C, D, E, F skills or techniques, doesn't mean that I actually know the kind of signature therapy or treatment that you give to your clients. So I have to be trained on how you run your business, how things go in this company. They don't do that. They don't have time for that. And I'm talking about 4-star hotels, big companies having over 200 workers. So that's really shitty. That's really embarrassing in Spain. Like, there is no workers training and learning or improvement programs for workers here. It's not common. You can only see that in very few companies, especially companies in the tech sector. All right. And also, I've heard mostly government workers in Ghana saying they have workshops, they have learning programs, they are going on retreats, they are going on conferences, like just trainings to improve them. I've heard a lot of that than I have heard in Spain. And lastly, I would love to talk about workers' relationship. In my situation in both countries, I would say workers' relationship has been amazing. It's just humans, and as humans we are filled with flaws and silly attitude and silly. However, I've been very shocked in some situations in Spain, because they are developed countries and they are Europe, right? So anyway, some of my colleagues became my friends, both in Ghana and here, as an employee and as an employer. So it's cool in both situations. So this is it for this video. I hope that you do like this video and I've given you enough information. And if you have any comments, any idea, any points I didn't mention or talk about, please mention it in the comment section. And also I would like to say overall that I have been extremely shocked, and like aside of culture shock in Spain, which is normal, I've been really shocked when it comes to the labor force in Spain. Like, I worked in companies that are huge companies like 4-star hotels, and I've heard friends from other race and other countries working in 5-star hotels in Spain, and their reviews are like, oh my god, everyone is shocked, like basic things, and that's all because of cheap labor. Like, they love cheap labor in Spain. They love cheap labor in Spain to the highest level that big, huge companies are practicing it, all right? And I also love to mention that black money, that's when you're being paid under the table. It means that a tax is not paid on your salary, and you're not earning social security benefits on that salary. It's being practiced a lot in Spain, and they are big companies. However, what shocks me a lot is most of these companies are foreign companies, and the workers are Spanish workers. Why do they allow other companies to come in out of Spain to rob from Spain, but they just keep quiet and take a percentage of that rob, a small percent? It's because there is a higher rate of unemployment here. So you get employed and somebody is paying you like 200 or 300 or 500 or 600 euros more, but under the table you just want to shut up and take it. Otherwise, you'll be out of work. And it's not like if you report them to the government is going to close down that business and compensate you or help you to get another job. You're just on your own. And for this reason, a lot of things is going on wrong. But however, it has its merit and dismerit in both countries. So your choice, choose your poison. Be you, be bold, be fabulous, be whatever you want to be, do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anyone. But most of all, be motivated and inspired.
Stay motivated and inspired.